All right, welcome into Warriors Today on Chat Sports. I am your host, Chase Sr. Give me a follow on Twitter at Chase_Senior. And we have some big news to get to into this organization because a major figure in it is going to retire after nearly 50 years in the NBA. Warriors COO and president Rick Welts is going to retire after this season. This is a guy who has had a ton of success and an illustrious run in the NBA. He was inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame in 2018, and he spent nearly 5 decades at the pro level. And he's put together just an incredible resume during his time in the league with the Warriors, with other teams, and it all started with him being a ball boy for the Seattle Supersonics back in the day. Right now, he's currently in his 10th season with the Golden State Warriors, and he's really led this franchise through one of the most successful decades in the history of the league. 5 straight NBA Finals from 2015 to 2019, which included 3 championships with some of those legendary teams with the Golden State Warriors. And some of his accomplishments, in addition to what we just talked about, I say that he came up as a ball boy with the Seattle Supersonics as a kid. He was also the former president of the Phoenix Suns, the first openly gay sports executive in professional sports, and he was a huge figure when it comes to where the Warriors play right now. The lavish home that they call home, the Chase Center. He was a huge part of really streamlining that process and giving the Warriors one of the most state-of-the-art arenas across the NBA. Here's what NBA Commissioner Adam Silver had to say about Rick Welts. Quote, Welts played a transformational role in creating the modern NBA during his more than 40 years as pioneering the league and team executive. His extraordinary vision, leadership, and humanity have defined this Hall of Fame career, which has set the standard of excellence in the sports industry. Adam Silver right there, spitting facts for a guy who has done so much for the Warriors franchise, but also the Oakland and San Francisco area. So, Warriors fans, this is your opportunity to wish Rick Welts well. Get into the comments and let him know that you're thinking about him. You can type C for congrats or type T for thank you for a guy who has brought this Warriors franchise multiple championships, 3 of them to be exact, 5 straight NBA Finals appearances, and has done so much for the franchise on the court, but also off of it as well. This is a guy who's handled a lot of the Warriors' business duties during his run with this franchise. Today's show brought to you by our friends at Newsbreak. Really excited to tell you about one of our big partners here at Chat Sports. If you go to chatsports.com/WarriorsNB, download the Newsbreak app on your iPhone or Android devices. So when I get up and I get ready for work, of course I'm tapped into everything that's happening in the sports world, right? But I have interests outside of sports. I like to stay up to date with news, crime, politics, pop culture, entertainment, and food. And I'm able to do that all on one single feed thanks to the Newsbreak app. It's an awesome app, a great kind of resource to bring you everything that's happening in your respective community. And also, we have a page on the Newsbreak app. So once again, chatsports.com/WarriorsNB. Follow Warriors Today. We're trying to get to 100 followers. And if you do follow us there, all the news and rumors that we're doing here at Chat Sports, when it comes to the Dubs, you will be notified. And this is what it offers: local news and weather, politics, pop culture, and food, as well as your sports content. And the great feature on the Newsbreak app, you type in your zip code. So if you're living in San Francisco, Oakland, one of the surrounding areas as well, all you have to do is enter your zip code on there, and anything that's happening in your neighborhood, you'll be able to see it right on one single feed. So once again, go to chatsports.com/WarriorsNB, download the Newsbreak app, and while you're there, you can follow Warriors Today. I'll be sure to put this link in the description for this video. The Golden State Warriors are going to be allowing fans at the Chase Center. Finally, April 23rd is when you will be able to walk inside those doors and watch a Warriors game in person. It's about time. It's such a relief that we're slowly returning back to normalcy. The Warriors are going to be allowing up to a 35% capacity according to state guidelines, and it has been since March 20th of last year, 2020, since fans were inside the arena watching the Warriors play. And this is an electric fan base, as we all know, that gives the Dubs one of the best home court advantages in the history of the NBA. So will you go to a Warriors game? If so, type Y for yes. If not, type N for no. We're based out of Dallas. This weekend I'm going to a Texas Rangers game. I can't wait to be at a ballpark because I'm a guy who likes to kick back, drink a beer, watch some baseball, watch some basketball so if I was living out in California to see the Dubs play and just soak it all in. Again, great feeling that we're slowly returning back to normalcy. Also, I just want you to close your eyes real quick and just reminisce with me. Let's turn back the clocks to 2007. Golden State Warriors, led by Baron Davis, taking down the Dallas Mavericks as an 8 seed in the playoffs, 8-1. Warriors are victorious in that series 4-2. It only took 6 games for the Warriors to pull off a monumental upset. And I want you to close your eyes and think about the reaction when Baron Davis was making plays, when the Warriors were pulling off that upset. The eruption from the crowd, the magical feeling in it, everybody inside that arena, slapping high fives, cheering on the Dubs. It was special, and to think that that is coming back is awesome. Can't wait for it. Can't wait to see it because Warriors fans are one of the best fan bases in all of sports. Speaking of the Golden State Warriors, they had a roster spot to fill. They had to reach the minimum of 14 players on the roster. So what did they do? They signed Gary Payton II. According to Shams, he's going to be signing a 10-day contract with Golden State. And there are reports out there that he could be ready to play as early as Friday against the Washington Wizards. And as much of us know, he is the son of Gary Payton. Fun fact here, Gary Payton the Glove was born in Oakland. So some ties with Gary Payton II going back to the area where his dad grew up in and was born at. Cool fact there. So Gary Payton II, playing the G League this year, hasn't played in the NBA yet. His numbers have been okay. He's shooting around 17% from 3. Not great, especially in this offense, but in 21-plus minutes, a little less than 11 points per game, rebounding the basketball, little less than 6 per. He's a pretty good defender because he's a little lengthy, has some long arms, so he can cause some deflections and steals, but that's a peek at kind of what he can do on the basketball court, and this isn't going to be a major move for Golden State. He's going to be a back end of the bench addition for the Warriors. Not going to get much playing time, but could spell some of the reserves coming in at the backside of the bench. So, hey, Warriors had a spot to fill on that roster to get to 14 players. Grade the Gary Payton II signing for me. A, B, C, D, or F. I'm going to throw out a C. For me, it doesn't do much for me, doesn't move the needle much, and who knows if he's going to be here with the Warriors beyond that 10-day contract. We'll see. James Wiseman against the Milwaukee Bucks earlier this week had himself a first half and helped the Dubs in that comeback effort against the Bucks without Giannis. But in that first half, he was turning some heads, and he's done this in moments this year as a rookie. He's really been up and down. But in that first half, you saw the glimpses of what this guy is capable of. 15 minutes, 11 points, 10 rebounds, I think, 1 assist and 1 block. And here's what James Wiseman had to say about that dominant first half against Milwaukee. Quote, "That shit was fun as hell. Excuse my language." I absolutely love that. Have you ever had one of those moments where you're like, you know what? That shit was fun as hell. Whether you were at a bar, whether it was an impromptu night where you met a bunch of people who turned out to be great friends, or maybe you're on a roller coaster or something that you were scared to get on and then you got off and you were like, wow, that shit was fun as hell. That was James Wiseman on the basketball court. Unfortunately, we can't all be 6'11" and uber athletic like James Wiseman, but at least the rookie had some fun against the Bucks in that win the other night. If you made it this far, that means you like what you're seeing here on Golden State Warriors today. And if you haven't already subscribed, do so now and hit that big red button down below. This is a big Dub Nation family here. We have more than 15,000 subscribers. Let's get to 16,000. And if you're not familiar with what we do here, we're bringing you the latest news and rumors, and you can expect 3 to 4 Warriors videos every single week. So once again, youtube.com/WarriorsTV. Hit that big red button down below and subscribe now.